Hello everyone, welcome to my craft room. Glenda Mollet here, and I'm in my craft room stamping with you tonight, and we're going to make a sunburst card. So I have a couple of them that I've done. So let me just refresh my computer so I can get all the, make sure that I'm live. There it is. And watch. Hi, Carmen. Come on. Here, and I'm in my craft room. There we are. Hi, Norma. Okay, we got peeps. We got peeps. So, this is one card. Now, this one I stole from Rachel Tessman because I absolutely adore it. I think it's the coolest card ever, and I hadn't used these dies yet. This one was inspired, hi Shannon. This one was inspired by my friend Leanne Livingston. She created a bunch of these on her, one of her lives that she does with Dead Rock Stampers. And I'm not going to do this one tonight, but it's the same technique. I'm going to do this one. Now, these cards use the now retired Oh So Ombre designer paper. But I was chatting. Hi, Janet. Hi, Gloria. Oh, there's Sharon. Hello. So I was chatting. Ooh, let me just get this so that it's a little bit more. Try that. Okay, so I was chatting to my daughter-in-law Jess this afternoon because she's part of my Stampin' team, and she said, what are you doing tonight? Because when we do our Stamping and Recognition night once a month, that's tonight. Hi, Louise. Yay! She said, we always do recognition and some stamping, and I hadn't got anything planned, and she said, well, we had talked about doing the starburst or sunburst technique. And I said, well, I'm doing it on my Facebook Live at 7, but I'm using retired stuff, so I don't really want to do that with the team. And she said, well, how about a masculine-based one? So I'm going to be showing them how to do this technique using the In Good Taste designer paper, you know, the wood, the one that's all wood, but it's the same premise. It's just that this one is particularly cool because of the way the paper is. If you cut it and flip it around, then you get the different shades. It's really cool. But the one with In Good Taste is cool too. So I will post a picture of that one tomorrow. So I even used a piece of the paper on the envelope and then stamped on it. And then on the inside as well. So, hey, Holly. Hey, thanks, Holly, for that gorgeous plant and the card. Oh, yes. Let's show you the card that Holly made for me. Look at this. Isn't this amazing? Look at that card. Such a spring-themed card. And then she brought me a bucket of pansies, which are in my kitchen because it's supposed to freeze in the next couple of days, and I don't want them to freeze. So, because they're in a bucket, I can take them to Tofino with us. Yay. Okay, so to do this technique, you need strips of designer paper. Strips of designer paper that are 1.5 inches by at least 6. I'm trying to show you, get them so that I can show you. So 1.5 inches, and then you cut them diagonally and cut them all. Hi, Valerie. Cut them all in the same diagonal so that they're all kind of going the same way. And then it's just a matter of laying them. Now I've already cut all the pieces. Is anybody... Oh, Holly, thank you. That is so sweet. I love what I do, and I love doing what I do for you guys. So, but I really appreciate the card and the plant. Okay, so is anybody creating along with me? Do I need to wait for people to do their cutting? Because I know I told you 7 strips, 1.5 by 6, but I didn't tell you to cut in half. So let me know if I need to wait. Oh, okay, Norma. But you can catch up in the team one at 8 o'clock too. It's the same card, just different. Does that make sense? It's the same card, but different. Okay, so I will wait then. So let me know when, because Louise and Holly and Norma are all creating along with me. So let me know when you're done cutting your 7 strips diagonally. Like that. I'm thinking I might have more than 7 because I just cut a whole bunch when I was doing the first card. So you end up like this. Apparently I have 8, but that's okay. Leftovers is better than not having enough. Oh, yeah. I heard the first 3 hours they had 1.5 million calls, Val. Wow. But somebody did tell me today that one of the local reserves actually had extra shots that they were giving away. Going to be a long time before I get my shot, being only 23. Anyways, I'm using the Friendly Silhouette dies, this palm tree one, and it's a bit tricky, so there's a little bit of a trick to it. And the Friend Like You stamp set that coordinates with it, because I really like this sentiment, and then I can put the palm trees on the inside. Oh man, good luck. Good luck, Val. It's like when they opened up the registration for that $1,000 from the government. It took people hours and hours and hours and hours to get through. Okay, so are we caught up yet? I've been creating cards this weekend, but I can't show you because they're secret. I can show you, while we're waiting, a card I got from Valerie a while ago that uses the window bundle. I didn't get this one. So I really like getting cards from people for things that I don't have, because then I can show you guys. And of course, then I look at it and think, oh man, I wish I had got that one. What's it called? Welcoming Window on page 58. So here it is. Here's the Welcoming Window bundle that Valerie made this card out of. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, I love this window stuff, but by the time I get to page 58 of the catalog, I usually have so many other things I want to order that I stop writing down. So thank you, Valerie, for sending me that card. It's really pretty. It's got the subtle embossing folder in the back. Okay, Norma's done. Okay, let's carry on then. Okay, so take your card base, and I'm using Whisper White. Oh, I'm going to run out of adhesive, and I didn't get my spare ones, but that's okay, because I forgot to get my machine too. So you need to put adhesive all the way around the outside of your card front, and try to get it as close as you can. There it is. It's the end of my adhesive. Try the next one. I love doors and windows too. try to get it as close as you can to the edge, because we have to put the pieces on, and if you don't get it right close to the edge, they'll lift up. So there, I've gone all the way around. I didn't get it quite in the corner here, so I'm just going to add a little bit more. And then I'm going to make a couple of lines in the middle, like that, and then one across there. All right. Now, if you're going to do one that's centered, then mark your center so you can start. But I really like how this one is kind of sunbursty in the edge. Now, if you have designer paper that's longer than 6 by 6, then it's really easy to do it. But for the first one, you kind of have to make sure, I'm just going to turn it around here, that you don't go past, you have to cover this corner up. So you do that, and then kind of angle it as far as you can down, like that. It doesn't matter whether you get right to the bottom or not, because we're going to put something on there. Okay, somebody. Aha. Heather just sent me a recipe. Okay, so now we've got the first one on. So then you're going to just build from there. It's really easy to do. You just alternate. See, it's dark at one end and light at the other. So the next one, we're going to make light at one end and dark at the other. But I just noticed that this has a little piece of paper, and you have to get it right up close. So this is the tricky part, to get it right, butted right up close to the previous one. Like that. Now, darn it, that one went right over top. I don't want it over top. You don't want it over top, you just want it right up against. And this is the tricky part. Oops, I just ripped my paper. If you don't cut them straight, you really have an issue, like I do here, but I'm just going to let it go. See, there's a little bit of white coming out in the middle. And I'm thinking that I'm not going to be able to. I like using Stampin' Seal for this because it allows me to move things after I already have them on. There we are. Okay, but I ripped the paper, so now I have to do a little fine tuning. Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, let's just pull that one up. I knew there was a reason I put more than 7 strips in here. There we go. Okay. Like I said, I like using the Stampin' Seal for this because it allows me to move a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to move that anymore. Let's just go with that. Okay, so now we have that. And then you just take one that has the light or the dark on the bottom and the light at the top, and just build. That one went on a little bit better. I must have a crooked cut in there somewhere. What's that story? Romance was a crooked man and he lived in a crooked house. Yeah, see, I'm pulling this up again, and I shouldn't be pulling it up. There. Ha ha. All right, where are my glue dots? Because this is not sitting down, because I didn't get any adhesive in there, and it needs adhesive. So now I'm just going to go in with my glue dots, and I'm going to pop a glue dot in there. Ah! It stuck to me. Just so it sits down. And because I'm covering it up, I'm not too worried about getting it underneath, all the way underneath. There we go. Okay. Now I need one with a light at the bottom. And we just line that up like that and work it over. And then a dark at the bottom. And you just keep going till you have the whole base covered. And don't worry about the excess stuff. You will have a lot of leftovers on this card. Okay, so now we need a light at the bottom. Just throw that on there. Not throw it on there. Place it on there. Line it up. I went and had a haircut today. Oh my God, these people that cut my hair are so funny. They all think that they need to put goop in my hair and tease it and roll it backwards. And she says, oh, you know, if you have short or fine hair, you should do, when you dry it, roll it under, you'll get a lot of lift in your hair. And then I walk out the door and run my hand through my hair and make it back to what reality is. But at least she didn't cut it too short. That's always a challenge with my hair. Don't like short hair. I like short hair. I don't like buzz cut hair. And so many hairdressers don't get it. See, so I'm just building this upon each other. Like that. And need a dark at the bottom. Like that. Now, I need a light at the bottom. And one more dark. Now this, it's probably not necessary to do this one because that's going to get covered up, but I'm going to do it anyways, just in case. There. So now we have them all on there. And see how pretty that is already? Still got that white spot. Oh well. Let it go, Mollet. Just let it go. I'm here but can't hear. It asks for me to send a join request and I did. Oh, that's weird. Why would it not hear you? I mean, why can't you hear? Oh, let me go in there and see what's going on. That's weird, Wendy. Try going out and coming back in. It might start the sound. Oh, spell sound right there. Okay. I don't know why that happens, I tell you, sometimes. Okay, so now you take your card and you flip it over. And if you want, you can use a paper trimmer to do this, but scissors work really good. And then just cut off the excess stuff. All the way around. Right up close to your card. This technique is really fun, and I can see you doing this with all sorts of types of designer paper, and you could also if you don't have the ombre paper anymore and you want to do this, just take a piece of cardstock and use your blending brushes and put an ombre background on it, and cut that up into your 1.5 inch pieces. That would work really well. I know not everybody has ombre paper. I do. I have a few packages extra, and if you stay tuned over the next little while, maybe while I'm away on holidays, you'll have opportunities to get some. Okay, so that's all scrap. Now you could probably take those pieces and make another card out of it if you wanted. But there's our card. Okay, so now it's just a matter of decorating it. Oh, good, Wendy. That's awesome. Glad that worked out for you. Okay, so I have a piece of basic black that is 2.5 by 6 that I'm going to do this out of, and I haven't put adhesive sheet on there yet. That one will do. So let's put a piece of adhesive sheet. It just makes it a little bit easier to deal with this part if you have adhesive sheet on it. Oh, we'll just put that right there. Like that. And I'll have to remember which side that is on. Oh, I didn't get my machine. Oh dear. I'll get that die out. Now this die is strange. When I first used it, I thought, what the heck? Because most of these little frondy things cut separately. So you have to put them all in there separately. Yeah, it's a little weird, but that's what it is. So I'm just going to die cut this. I'm just going to use some Post-it notes and hold it in place. And then I'll get my machine. I'll be right back. Okay, there we are. Just before I went live, I was watching my northern grandson do his paper pumpkin kit. He's so cute. He gets a paper pumpkin kit. The local ones get one too. And he puts them together as thank you cards and then hands them out to his friends and his teachers. And last week he handed one out to the little person that sat on the bus with him. It was so cute. He wrote a letter and everything. Okay, I'm just running this through my machine. Ah. Now because this has adhesive sheet on the back of it, the little pieces stay in there, but you can see that it cuts them out, right? Okay. So now comes the tricky part. If you can get, oh, I have to take these off first. Hello, dummy. I went out for a lovely walk. I walked to get my hair cut. It's only a 15-minute walk from here. Then I got my hair cut and I had a lovely walk back. The sun was shining, not all full, but the sun was shining off and on, and it was about 9 degrees out there. Okay, so I'm going to try and take this off without disturbing the petals or the fronds for the tree too much. So it just takes a little persuasion to get it. Oh yeah, it's not going to work. Okay, the one did. One worked. Okay. There. So see, this is what you end up with. Yep. Oh, recycle. Yay. Sounds like you're really cleaning out there, Val. Okay, so now I'm going to put this on here like this. and cut off the excess. And because it's got adhesive sheet on the back, it's going to be really easy to do. But when the first time I used this, I looked at those two sticks and I thought, what the heck? How are you supposed to do that? Yeah, so it's a little tricky, but you know, I like it. It's really, it looks cool once you get it done. Okay, so look at that. Isn't that fun? Now I'm going to chop off this excess here, like that. And this spot right here is bothering me because there's no adhesive in there. So see if I can get a glue dot underneath there, because it keeps reacting like it's lifting. Okay. Lift that up a little bit. Just get that right in there. Yeah, it helps if you have a good layering. You could probably, you know what would be a really good idea is to put the adhesive sheet right onto here so you have a complete sheet. A complete sheet. Okay, so now watch the trick for this. If you can get the adhesive sheet off of the fronds, without removing the fronds from there, don't try to do them all at once, because yeah, I tried, that doesn't work. Then put this back over top and put them in their holes like that. So when you lift this up, that one will stay because it had the adhesive removed off of the back of it. Ugh, that one. The first one I did, they all stayed in there and it was easy to do. This one's not cooperating very good. Okay, so I'll put that back in as my template. And we'll just put this one in right there. So that's two of them now. And then we'll try this one. Oh, see, that one worked. Put that right like that. And then just push down. And then it will stay there. And then there's this little teeny tiny one. Now this is one of those cards, or one of the dies, that if you don't like fussy stuff, don't get this die. However, I made a butterfly card. I've got my April class is going to be Butterfly Brilliance. And anybody who places an order in April with me of minimum $60 is going to get a PDF with a whole bunch of Butterfly Brilliance cards in it. So I made this one and I used this in black on it. Stunning. Okay, so now I have these ones left in here. So this is a little bit easier because I can leave the template right on here. Oops, except when I move it. Okay, just go back on there. So did anybody watch that Oprah's interview with Meghan and Harry? It was on last night. I watched it this morning. I really enjoyed it. Really opened my eyeballs a little bit. About not so much the royal family, because they're kind of stuck in it, but the the people that run the business side of the royal family. They're really snobs and prejudiced. Oh my gosh. And I didn't know, and I don't know why I didn't know, but I didn't know that Meghan Markle, also princess, or whatever she's called, Duchess of something or other, I didn't know that she's biracial. I know. And not only could he not have protection, but there was a question like, what happens when he's born and his skin is colored? Like, really? How can you do that to a child, first of all? And how can you do that to the parents that are looking forward to this child being born so much? And oh my God, that poor Meghan Markle, or Duchess of, I don't know what, she's a Duchess of something or other. She was actually contemplating suicide at one point because things were so bad. I can't get this out. There we are. So that's the reason why they moved and got off on their own, was because of the way they were treating her, because she's biracial. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yes, and they would give protection to Harry because of his status, but they refused to give protection to Meghan and her son. And they were mean about it. So that's why when they moved to Canada, they didn't stay very long. And now he's opened, they're self-employed, he's got a foundation now that they're running. And he makes enough money that he said makes enough money now he can protect his own family. And he doesn't have to rely on the royals. They did eventually take protection away from Harry, yes, but they did say that they would continue to protect him, but he would have to stay in England. And they took it away when they emigrated. And not only that, but Harry's dad, Prince, whatever his name is there, stopped talking to him. How can you stop talking to your own son? I don't get that. Come on, stay there. There we go. So now I've got this, and I'll be able to use that for something else. But look at that. Is that not the coolest thing? And it covers up all that mess at the bottom there. So let me get rid of my little bits here. Random. Yes. Absolutely, Norma. Absolutely. And I have so much respect for him. They're so much in love. It's so nice to see. Okay, I'm going to stamp the sentiment in Memento on a piece of Whisper White that is 1 3/8 by 1 3/8. And isn't this saying apropos for me this year, with, you know, my word of the year being enjoy. Enjoy. Okay, and I'm going to layer it on to basic black, 1 1/2 by 1 1/2. If I can find some adhesive, I got to go get some refills. My adhesive is just about empty. So I'm just going to put this flat on the black, and then I'll pop the whole thing up on dimensionals. So I would love to see, if you create one of these cards, I'd love to see what your card looks like. Because any designer paper will do. You just have to use different patterns in the designer paper. Oh, wouldn't the butterfly one look beautiful? Because there's a couple there that have different colors at the top and the bottom. I know, Valerie. But we know, as Canadians, we know how weak Prince Charles, right? We know how weak he is. Because he would not go against Mummy to save his wife. And that's just not right. I'm sorry. Okay, so we have the front done. And now I'm going to put a piece of this onto the envelope. Oh, I didn't. Where's my piece for the inside? I didn't cut one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Tongo. Oh, good. Was I out of focus? Well, that's not a good thing. Okay, I'm going to put this on here, and then I'm going to cut it off the excess, just because I didn't take the time to cut it to size. Let's see, I want the light end at the bottom, because I want to stamp on it. Let's put some adhesive on here. You probably didn't have to go right to the top, but you know I did, so we're stuck with it now. And I'm going to put just a little bit at the top here. And I'll put that on the... Oh! Let go! Let go my Tongo. Okay, we're just going to overshoot that a little bit so that I don't have to worry about it being right on. I thought that the sheen was from using frost white. No. I'm going to stamp the sticks. And on the envelope. Like that. And then we stamp the fronds on top of the sticks. Uh-oh, got the hiccups now. There. That's so cool. Pardon my head if it's in the way. I gotta see where my trunks are here. There we are. And while I have the ink out, stamp my name on it. Because then it's done. Okay, we'll put this. I think I'm going to cut this first though. I need to cut it to 4 1/4. Let's see, get my trimmer out here, because I just happen to have it ready. 4 and, oops, cut the other side, Blondie. There we are. Whoops, sorry. Oh dear. Talk about being out of focus. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Holy man, that's sure the delay tonight. Wow. Okay, now this has to go up to the top, but just below the fold. You don't want to go right on top of the fold or you'll cause bindage. your card won't close properly. And then you can just cut off whatever excess hangs out down here at the bottom, like that. There we are. So there's the card, there's the envelope, and I just have to get a piece of white. Have to cut a piece of white for the inside. Okay, and I need a piece that is 3 3/4 by 4 1/2. So 3, oh, I gotta sneeze. Uh-oh. Oh, pardon me. 3 3/4 by 4 1/2. Come on. Yay, I didn't hit the camera. And I'm just going to put this in. Oh, look what I did. Look what I did. Hello, blonde. Okay, then this one is going to be different. I'm going to cut this now to 3 1/4. I guess I should really look inside what the inside looks like before I actually do it. 3 1/4. Thanks, Valerie. Okay. And we'll put this in here like that, right up against that. Okay, Valerie, guess what? I have a sponge. Okay. Do a little bit of sponging around the edges. Yeah, so don't forget, make a card. Use this technique to make a card and send me the card, or, ooh, I need a new sponge. This one is leaking. Send me your card or post it in the comments. I'd love to see it. And stay tuned in the next little while. I have, I have no adhesive left. I have I have a way for you to earn even more celebration stuff. I just haven't figured out the details yet, but I will by the time my weekly update goes live tomorrow. So check my weekly update. If you're not signed up, go to my blog and sign up for the weekly update. There, look at that. I love it. I love it. Go to my blog and sign up for my weekly updates. Then you can find out how you can get, I've got probably 15 celebration things that I'm going to give away. So stay tuned for that. And of course there's limited quantities, right? So the ones that enter the contest first, well, it's not really entering the contest. I'll tell you, you're going to have to place an order of a specific amount before the end of the month. So those that place their orders first are going to get more of a choice of what they want. So there's the cards. So just let me do in here Glenda Mollet, .blogspot.com. That's my blog. So if you're not part of my current updates that arrive every Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock, go to my blog and sign up. Then you'll get 2 free card tutorials as well. Okay, ladies, thank you so much for spending time in my craft room with me tonight. And give this technique a try because you're going to love it. It's a lot of fun. And send me your cards. I'd love to see them, and I'll post them or just stick them here in the comments. I'll be back. Let's see. Thursday night at 8 o'clock for a butterfly card. We'll make a butterfly card. I think. Yes, I have it all prepped. It's all ready to go. I hope you have a wonderful week. And I hope you get some crafty time in. I'll see you Thursday night, 7 o'clock. Same time, same place. Stampin' Smiles, and bye for now.